Hi teacher, good evening. My name is Jean-Pierre Ramirez. I hope you're doing very well. The topic of this video is about the class number 9. For the class number 9, I decided to choose the topic expectations with be supposed to. Student's grade is first baccalaureate. The duration of the class is 45 minutes. And the student's level is elementary. About the objectives or goals in this class are that learners will be able to identify some manners. Also, learners will be able to accurately express expectations using be supposed to. Learners will be able to detect manners and expectations, and furthermore, learners will be able to state expectations and manners appropriately. About the methodology and strategies, the methods used for this class were the audiolingual method, the grammar translation method, and the communicative language teaching. Those are the methods used for this class. About the strategies, I decided to choose the elicitation strategy, pair work, and individual work. So those are the methods and strategies used in this class, or for this class. For the anticipatory set, I will start the class by asking students which manners they know. Here in this case, I will be using the elicitation strategy. And then I will be talking about different manners we should follow. For the main teaching input, first of all, students will be given a clearly explanation of the target grammar. I will make a few examples in the blackboard, and then I will translate everything, all the statements or examples or sentences, in order for students to be able to understand. In this case, I will be using the grammar translation method. Then, in their notebook, students will have to write a few examples of the target grammar be supposed to, and once they have finished doing all their examples, students will have to share their examples to the class or classmates and to me. Next, learners will have to watch a video with example of expectations with be supposed to, and they will have to listen and repeat all the examples in that video at least twice or several times. In this case, I will be using the audiolingual method. And after, a student will have to read an article about manners and underline the phrases that express expectations. After that, students will imagine they will have to travel to any place, okay? And first, and we'll have to think, we'll have to think things they are supposed to take to that trip. So first, the first student will say what he or she is supposed to take. Then the other student will repeat what the first student said, and also he or she will add what she or he is supposed to take to that trip. All the students will have to participate. The activity will finish with all the students have asked and answered the question. I can repeat the activity, in fact I will repeat the activity, but in the second time I will start from the other side, from the right side. In the first time I will start from the left side, second time I will start from the right side. In this case, we are using the communicative language teaching because students are interacting and are communicating using real context and using the target grammar. Finally, working with a partner, working in group, in pairs, a student will watch a picture and will have to find all examples of bad tables manners. They will have 5 minutes. For example, I will show them students a picture, okay? I will show them students a picture where there will be people in a table, but a boy is eating while he uses the cell phone, the other boy is eating and is licking the plate and things like that. So students will have to identify those ideas and share them to the class. About the modeling, the analysis and use of grammatical structures, the students' interaction and communication among one another, the repetition of phrases and sounds, will be really helpful for students to have positive or good outcomes or good results in their learning. For the guide practice in the Blackboard, I will write a short dialogue about manners with several mistakes. I will include several mistakes in that dialogue, and students will have to correct those mistakes. I will help them with the first example, and then students will have to correct those mistakes by their own. For the independent practice, students will have to listen and write individually, obviously, in their notebooks, the statements that I will be saying. And then I will repeat the activity, but in the second time, I will say the statements in Spanish, and learners will have to write all the statements, sentences, or questions, but in English. That will be the activity. If necessary, I can repeat the activity twice or 3 times, no more. About the assessment, students will have to solve a quiz. Students only will have 10 minutes to solve that quiz because I consider that quiz is very easy, so that they won't need much of a lot of time. About the closing review and follow-up, students will be given the feedback and reinforcement of the class so that the class will be concluded by reviewing the topic quickly, so that they will show the grammar target, example will be supposed to again. We will review the topic, but in this time will be quickly, shortly, in a few minutes, in 4 or 5 minutes, no more. About the didactic materials, or also called supplementary materials, in this case I also decide to choose my laptop, my TV, the markers, the Blackboard. I usually use this kind of materials. This time I also include a video. Okay, I also include a video, some pictures, because those pictures are to perform activities, exercises that were explained before. And also in these materials, in these didactic or supplementary materials, is include the quiz. In that quiz, students will have to choose the correct answer to complete all the sentences or a statement. Well, they will have 3 options and they will have to choose only one. Also, students in that quiz will have to complete conversations with the correct form of be supposed to and the verbs that will be in parentheses. So that will be the quiz for a student. As I told before, this class is also focused mainly on grammar, like the other class, like the previous classes. This class is also focused more on grammar because I consider these grammar structures are necessary for students. And so that those are the supplementary or didactic materials that I will be using during the whole class. In this case, I include, as I told before, I include a few pictures, but only for performing certain activities, certain exercises. It includes the quiz, it includes I usually use the laptop and my computer. I always or usually use the laptop and computer. It's really seldom when I don't use them. but I always use them. So teacher, that was all for today. Thank you so much. I hope you like and enjoy it, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.